So let's look at principles of counting. Right? We'll actually start with the example that's already given. So the example that's given is there are boys and then there are girls. I'm just going to use two different colors. So there are some number of boys and some number of girls. And you want to pick among this set. You can pick out of 3, you can pick 1 out of 3. So the question is, how can I select a class leader among all the children? So all the children will put all the children together, and that's 5. And so you're talking about some child out of 5. So you can add 3 plus 5, that's what it's saying. So it's important to understand that when you create this group together, ensemble together, what is the kind of selection I'm making? I'm making them all students. But at the same time, I'm retaining the uniqueness. Each of them has a name. So if I had selected it's this student would have had a name. So I'm still retaining the uniqueness of all of them. So you can't equate it to a, let's say, gulab jamun example in which you have 18 gulab jamuns and you are selecting a specific gulab jamun. The gulab jamun doesn't have a name. You take it out, you put it back, you mix the bowl, you can't find the gulab jamun. You should be able to find the gulab jamun back. So there is a certain uniqueness involved. Then you can add the sets. So if you had a food example equivalent of it, then you need to have, let's say you have one place in which you have sweets, in which one of the sweets is a gulab jamun. Then you have a barfi. Then you have all these different kinds of sweets that are there, right? Laddu and so on, right? And you go to a different kind of, which shouldn't have overlap. Huh? We have to be careful. You can't go to a bakery and there also there may be a sweet or a cake or something like that. So let's go to a mixture shop. Okay, and there you have bundi, and then you have all these salty things, right? So you have that, you have some khatta meetha, and you have mixture, whatever, right? You have different kinds there. So, and you are only allowed to choose one out of them. So you are not allowed to choose one out of sweets. So now you lose the fact that they are sweets. You lose the fact that they are salty, and you say they are all junk food. And you are only allowed to pick one junk food. Then you will add the junk food you have here with the junk food there. This will be added. You are not saying select one sweet and one mixture. Okay, this is called dependency. So right now when you make all of them the same, it's independent. You can only pick one of them. You can't pick this and that. That's what dependency and independency that's in the book mean. Okay, when you are saying dependent, you are saying pick one sweet and one mixture. Now you can't just say 3 plus 3. Now you have 9 ways of choosing, because you can have this with that, this with that, this with that. You can make a table with BKM and GBM. This is what is called multiplication. GB, GK, GM, BB, BB. So the example that's given in the book is of shirts and pants. Right? You can't just choose a shirt and not wear a pant. It doesn't work. You need to wear a shirt, you need to wear a pant. So if you are going to have one of each, you will need to do multiplication. It makes an array, it makes a table. That's multiplication. So now in the same example, I have bundi, khatta meetha, whatever mixture. Maybe you can have mild, you can have spicy, you can have extra spicy. So that means any of the mixtures can be mild, can be spicy, can be extra spicy. Mild, spicy, extra spicy. Now you say, alright, you are allowed to select one sweet and one salty item. Now how will you choose? We'll call this salt. So now when I am looking at it, well, each of these three choices have three of its own choices. And here the tree you can obviously see is 9, but it's 3 times 3. Each of them has 3 choices. And if you are selecting a bundi, then only you can select a mild bundi. So they are dependent. Right? So in that sense, you have 9 choices here and you have 3 choices there. And you are saying one of sweets, one of that together. So that's 3 times 9. 27 choices you become now. Because each of these choices now become 3 choices. You get zoom, zoom, B, M, B, S, B, E, K, M, K, S, K, E, M, 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 S, M, A. So you basically get 9 times 3. You get the same table. So another common, these are the ways we even explain multiplication. This is multiplication. So dependence, independence, we should be clear. Then we can do a selection.